so excited to spend time with you today. This is my favorite thing to do, and I'm thrilled that you're here. Today I'm going to be teaching you something really huge. Stand by. I'm going to be teaching you the #1 fastest way to feel more confident about your body, like right now. Right now. So I know you want to know that, so stick around and I will teach you the ins and outs of how to do this. So for those of you that are new, my name's Julia. I help women end the self-hate with their bodies and beyond so they can slay it not only in their confidence, but in every single area of your life. So how do we learn how to overcome the story that we hold about our bodies? I want to acknowledge that each one of us that struggles with our body image, which is likely most of you watching this video, otherwise you wouldn't be here, I want you to understand that 91% of women are dissatisfied with their body image. And that is a statistic that is so huge and so sad, and it is so much a part of why I do the work that I do, being someone that has struggled with body image. So I'm so passionate about helping you achieve that confidence that you really deserve and freeing yourself from this sickness that we all experience in our mind that tells us that our body isn't good enough, that we're not attractive enough, and unless we kill ourselves over exercise and restricting food and all the things, that we're not actually worthy of the life that we deserve. So when it comes to our body image and the thoughts that we hold in our minds, it's no surprise that they're stressful thoughts, right? So something might trigger us and we have that ping that says, I don't feel good, or you look at yourself in the mirror and you're picking yourself apart when you get out of the shower. Whatever it is, those thoughts, again, we're really conditioned to have them, and they drive that stress response in the body. And so what I want you to understand is that truly the fastest way to overcome that response and to feel sexier and more confident in your body is to decrease the stress in your life. And I know that this probably sounds simple, and you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, sure, if I just decrease my stress, all of a sudden I'm going to feel sexier in my body. But I really want you to you can experiment with this and notice what it feels like when you're having a bad day, so to speak, with your body image, and you're feeling that, the low moment where just like nothing's going right. Guaranteed that there are either other stresses going on in your life that day that are provoking you to feel that way, or you've woken up, you haven't had a good sleep, and you're just feeling like shit. So for me, I think I can think of a very clear example where I was feeling particularly low about my body, and despite, I have all these tools that I use and I've come such a long way, and I truly am in a completely different place than where I was previously. But when I'm feeling stressed or when I don't have a good sleep, you better believe that when I wake up and I start my morning routine and I'm trying to practice being more loving to myself, that stress response starts to kick over, because it is it's the well-ironed machine that our bodies are used to, where the stress that wants to protect us, the stress that is turning on all those systems that cause us to just, again, engage in the self-sabotaging behavior, etc., those come into place because we're feeling that threat start to creep up. So when we're feeling stressed, it's so much easier to get into those thought patterns where we're activating that response of, I'm not good enough, or, my body looks like shit today, or I got to get to the gym, and whatever the dialogue is. But as you know, when we can enter into a really beautiful, calm state, when we wake up having a great sleep, when we wake up feeling whole in ourselves, rested, we're actually, many more parts of the brain are activated, like our higher order reasoning, our memory, our imagination. And so when we have access to all that, we actually are so much more readily able to overcome those stories and really tap into the truth of who we are. So here are some ways that I would highly suggest that you get into less stress and more confidence starting right now, because I promise that if you make this a regular habit, you will absolutely feel more confident and more unstoppable, and you'll be like taking names, like I got this. So what I would highly suggest to do is, it's no surprise, sleep is very important. So what does your sleep routine look like? How do you wind down for bed? And what are the things that you've put in place to guarantee that you can have a rested, uninterrupted sleep? So You know, some of this might be review for you, and that's absolutely okay, but I would highly recommend establishing a practice where your phone and your computer are not in your vortex at least 30 minutes to 1 hour before sleep. And I know for those of you that are working hard or that, you know, love to tune into your favorite show, that can be challenging, but I promise you that that stimulation is going to cause more stress in the mind and in the body. So I want you to establish how can you tuck away those things 30 minutes to an hour before bed. And I want you to actually you can get out a journal and start writing down just the things that are on your mind before bed so that you can start to really wind down the brain and release some of that energy that's keeping you awake or keeping your mind activated. So by writing things down, you can just do stream of consciousness, everything that's on your mind. I call this the worry journal, everything that's on your mind. And then I want you to end that journal entry with 10 things that you are grateful for. And it could be from that day, it could be from, you know, your entire life, it could be just in that moment. I want you to really close that with 10 things you're grateful for to step into that energy so that you can feel that connection to, again, a higher vibration energy. So you're setting yourself up for success with your sleep. Obviously, making sure that your room is really dark. I always wear an eye mask because it gives me a much better sleep, and I'm shutting out the light. And so going to sleep, getting a really good practice of how you're slowing yourselves down. And then when you wake up, I want you to really consider what is the dialogue and the practice that you engage with yourself and when you wake up first thing in the morning. Because if it is just waking up, running to go get your coffee and then rushing out the door to your workout or to work and starting off on that foot, guaranteed you are going to feel that ping, that driving force that's telling you in some way that you're not good enough, or that you're stressed, etc. So I want you to really put in a morning routine if you do not already have one. And it could even be as simple as, you know, you wake up first thing and instead of grabbing your phone to check Instagram or check your email, which is so habitual for all of us out now, I want you to just sit there in your bed, maybe close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and set an intention for your day for yourself. Take a moment to just honor yourself, feel your heartbeat, feel that energy flowing through your body, and setting an intention. And you're literally co-creating with the universe in that moment to say, I am choosing how I'm going to start my day. And my day, I'm not going to let everything else control me. I am going to actually intentionally choose how I want to start my day. So beautiful way of just getting up and already feeling like you're empowered to be who you are and making sure that that stress level stays low. So the other secrets that I can share with you are that, of course, when we're stressed throughout the day, our body, it increases our blood sugar in the body. It turns on those hormones and, that activate our hunger and our appetite that actually isn't correct. Like, it sends signals to the brain that we're hungrier than we are, and then we engage in this ravenous eating patterns when we actually know we're not theoretically hungry. So I really want you to understand that the more tired you are, the more stressed you are, the more sugar you crave, and the more we actually, again, activate those self-sabotaging behaviors. So the number one way to feel sexier and more confident in your body is to actually decrease your stress and look in your life as to what is your stress levels on the regular basis and how can you actually tune those down and prioritize more times in your day, in your week, that you can actually turn off the stress system and turn on your rest and digest system, the parasympathetic system. Because again, the more we do that, we activate the body's natural healing abilities, we turn down stress, we lower our blood sugar levels, we actually allow the body to do what it's designed to do and to really start to metabolize better. We also downregulate our metabolism when we're stressed, and all these things just create cyclical issues for us and cause us to feel like we're just stuck in those negative thought patterns. And honestly, the last time that this happened to me and I felt this really insane trigger about my body, I remember identifying like it was so foreign for me because I have felt so strong for so long in my body image and so confident. And so I really questioned, well, what's going on right now that's making me feel that way? And I realized that I've been sleeping poorly. I felt really stressed. And so I noticed how I was looking at myself in the mirror and the criticism that I was seeing. And so what I did was I actually prioritized going to bed an hour earlier, really shutting down, powering down earlier, committed to getting at least three nights of consistent better sleep. I turned up my meditation practice, so I lengthened that every day, and also did my tapping routine, which I'm going to share more with you about. And honestly, the shift was was crazy. Within like 48 hours, I was looking at myself in the mirror being like, oh shit, yeah, looking good, and just feeling all around so much more confident. And of course, this extends beyond our body image, but I really want you to see that it can be that simple and that you can start to make these empowered changes today so that you feel more unstoppable and so confident. Woo! So I hope that is something that you're willing to try on and to allow yourself to feel more unstoppable and even more confident than you already are, and let that light shine. I have a beautiful free training down below of 3 ways to overcome your inner critic, so I'd love to share that with you. And if you're looking to really start to make some incredible progress in these areas in your life, if you're ready to overcome your body image anxiety, if you're ready to step into the confidence that you truly deserve, to overcome the self-judgment, the imposter syndrome, the incessant comparison, and the self-sabotaging behaviors that you are just so effing done with, then you can absolutely learn more about my one-on-one programs below, because they're absolutely transformational, and I couldn't be more excited than to support you. So I'll talk to you all so soon, and as always, just keep being the beautiful lights that you are. And you can always share more comments about what you would love to learn more about. Okay, bye! I see you, I feel you, and I've been through it all. And you're not going to be alone anymore. So why I started Brazen Soul Rebellion is because the thing I am most passionate about in this whole entire world is you stepping into your unlimited power. I spent so long looking for self-worth outside of myself. I spent so long living in shame and isolation based on all the experiences I had been through. We all go through shit, so instead of hiding behind it, let's just embrace it and celebrate the fact that we are all unique based on what we go through. Why it's called Soul Rebellion is because for me, tapping into your soul is the most important thing you can do to find that guidance for yourself. I'm here to support you in getting to that next place. And this is all about you stepping into your power so you become so unstoppable that you don't even know what to do with it. So what do you think? You ready to be a rebel? Let's go.